were soaked to the core, and we stripped all of our clothes off and got in our sleeping bags and got into a fetal position to try to conserve warmth. We were probably in pretty advanced stages of hypothermia. You're still shivering like crazy, but you know you've got a little cocoon of what will eventually become warmth as your body heats up the damp parts of the sleeping bag.
Rob, you okay?
At this point, your mind is playing tricks on you. You're not thinking clearly. And I saw this very strange, light-colored thing that was jumping around on the ground.
Rob, wake up.
I'm awake.
There's something over there.
I'm not opening my eyes.
Look.
I assumed at that point that this was some kind of animal that was kind of circling us and checking out our campsite.
I'm not opening my eyes. Because I'm thinking, here I am in my bed in San Diego. But if I open my eyes, I might actually be on a desert island freezing cold with no water. So I'm not opening my eyes.
Looking at me. Open your eyes.
I'm not opening.
Open your eyes. Look.
It's a rock.
You honestly think that's a rock?
Now go to sleep. Wake up, dude. Wake up. The good news is the catamaran's sitting on the beach.
Yeah?
The bad news is it's in a million pieces.
Must have taken a hell of a beating against the rocks.
At this point, we realized we're going to be on this hot, dry, no water, no food island and situation, and we're going to have to figure out how we're going to cope with this.
You want to try and swim it?
Gonna be eaten by a hammerhead?
We could climb out.
Oh, this cliff's gotta be 100 feet high. You get to the top, there'll be a ridge, and then another cliff 100 feet high. It's gonna be over 110 degrees by midday. Without water, you wouldn't make it 50 feet, and then I'd have to watch your dead body fall back to the beach, so no thanks, bud.
So we're trapped.
Guardian Angel Island is a barren piece of volcanic rock, surrounded by shark-infested seas. It's 40 miles long and 5 miles wide, and the high cliffs mean that Mark and Rob can't escape from their narrow piece of shoreline.
To get around those cliffs, you'd either have to go up over them or you'd have to swim around them. But at this point, thoughts of the hammerhead sharks, thoughts of how far that actually was, this was going to be a long swim in shark-infested waters and was not something that we would probably survive.
The swim would be suicide. And with nowhere to climb to, Mark and Rob are in a prison with sand at their feet and the sun in the sky.
I think we could make it. It might take a day, but we can do it.
We'd never make it. It's got to be 12 miles away. Our splashing would attract the hammerheads and who knows what else. We're weak, dehydrated, and if the sharks don't get you, the current will.
Let's build a raft then.
With what? There's no trees, no wood. We're on a desert island, my friend.
There's usually an oasis, isn't there?
Well, not on this one. This is a desert island.
Typical. Of all the islands to get washed up on. I'm gonna try it.
There's nothing to seal the end of it with.
I'm gonna try it.
It won't float.
Damn it!
Look, it'll be fine. The fishing boat will be past soon. They'll pick us up, take us back to the cart. You'll be home in time for dinner.
The only things that we didn't lose in the water were the items that were in our dry bags.
Well, we've got a book, well, half of, a knife, about 20 matches, and some soaking wet cookies.
Hey, I think I found that animal that was stalking you last night.
You did?
Yeah, kind of reddish in color. Moved up and down in a strange way.
Yeah. Oh, no.
What, are you afraid of balloons?
Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May.
Huh?
Must have blown over from the mainland.
And?
It's a Mexican holiday. It's like Independence Day. It's a national holiday that will last 4 or 5 days. Everyone takes part.
Cool.
Even the fishermen.
Shit.
No one will be on the sea for a few days.
We don't have enough to last, do we?
Rob. Rob!
After we saw that balloon, our spirits basically dipped pretty low, at least mine did. We might be in for a pretty long wait before we saw anybody in our area. It was really starting to get to me.
The two men are very exposed on their island. Just a day without water in this heat, and they'll be dead.
After the sun came up on the island, there was a limited breeze coming through there. So you can just feel the heat, 110, 120 degrees. And you can just feel this heat getting hotter and hotter all morning long. And the sun was just beating on you all day. There was no shade to be had anywhere.
Much better.
I basically stayed completely clothed, but even doing all that, a few parts of my skin that were exposed got burned.
How you doing?
You didn't manage to find any sunblock on the salvage, did you? Starting to burn up.
Certainly any kind of humor that we could come up with helped to break the tedium and the sense of despair that starts to sink in.
We have to find a few things, otherwise we're going to be dead before morning in this heat.
You know those guys in the movies in the desert going, water, water?
Yeah.
I know how they feel. There really is no way to drink seawater.
And it'll destroy your kidneys and make you go mad.
Yeah, okay. We'll leave that as a last resort.
What else we got around here? We have to find shelter and food.
Nothing.
Hey, wait a sec. Think John Wayne.
I don't think he's gonna help us now.
Well, you remember the westerns from the 40s and 50s? Don't Indians get water from cactus?
Hey, wait. Aren't cactus like protected species?
I can remember from being a little kid and watching things on TV, you can cut into a nice thick cactus and find fresh water.
What if it's poisonous?
Are cactus poisonous?
I skipped that class in school. Yes. Huh?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing's coming out. Maybe we gotta suck the pulp. Get the juice that way.
After you.
Well, let's not stand on ceremony. Tastes like warm bile.
I can't handle this.
No, keep going. This is for the water.
Our tongues were swelling, and it was, very parched throat, and it gets kind of hard to breathe. And this immediately cleared up that. The taste was just very nasty, bitter, but the moisture was definitely a relief. We tried to experiment with different parts of the cactus. The lower on the base we went, it became woody, so there was not much moisture.
Nothing.
Are you sucking hard enough?
I'm giving it all I got.
So the base is too dry. Let's try the tips.
What's it like?
It's a little sour.
Maybe we just stick to the middle.
So we had to basically stick with the chest-high part of the cactus.
You okay, amigo?
Sure.
My mind and my vision and even my hearing were playing tricks on me.
You see something out there?
No.
The dehydration was definitely the major culprit in causing delirium and the mind tricks. These ant colonies seemed to take on a life of their own. It was like I was one of the ants.
Get in here.
I'll be right in.
I didn't know if I was going insane. I didn't know what was going on. It was bizarre and surreal at the time. It almost seems like a dream to me now. It was really starting to get to me. I was drained, I was quite delirious, and I was beginning to lose it. At this point, I knew that I could possibly die.
The bottom of the boat was fetid. It had a mixture of urine and blood and pus.
We were in absolute agony because we were starting to get massive staph infections all over our bodies.
These staphylococcal infections are caused by bacteria entering cuts in the skin. They can soon attack the heart and lungs, and Meg is at particular risk because of her open wound.
I felt so bad. She was dying of blood poisoning, and we were sitting there watching Meg die. It was just tragic.
Night 3, with all the infection coming on, and the starvation setting in, we all were getting very delirious.
What are you doing? That stuff will kill you.
Here, Miss Whitgrant. Help yourself.
Everyone knows that you're not supposed to drink seawater. They tell us that from the time we're little kids, and that's one of the things you just don't do.
Drinking salt water dehydrates your body even more, and it causes kidneys to shut down, and you begin to have delusions. And ultimately, if you drink salt water, it will kill you if you don't kill yourself first from the delusions. I didn't really know how long it would be before we saw the effects of the salt water, but it stood to reason to me that it would be probably, 7 hours or so. And I was right. It didn't take all that long.
It's too hot.
Johnny! Where's everybody?
It was just like I was watching some crazy play.
I want my bags! Wait. I see land. I see land! I see land! It's right there, man. You see it? It's right there in front of us. We're just off Falmouth, Meg. We'll go to the hospital where my mom works. She'll take care of us.
We're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. We're nowhere near Falmouth.
That's total crap, man! It's over there.
This went on all day long.
Oh, I want my cigarettes. I need one now.
The monotony of it was starting to drive me crazy.
I'm just gonna get my car.
We're in the middle of nowhere.
You guys bring the boat in, and I'll go get the car.
There is no car, John.
There it is. I see it. I'm just gonna get the car.
And then all of a sudden, he jumps off the side of the boat.
John.
And we're like, where the are you going? There is no land, there is no Falmouth, and there are a lot of sharks out there. You need to come back.
Get back in the boat, John. John, go back in the boat. Get back in the boat, John. He's coming back. Brad, do something.
I can't. I don't have the energy, Debbie. Look how far away he is.
There's just physically not enough strength in me to force him not to go.
I can't see him.
All of a sudden, we just hear this shrill scream. I mean, blood-curdling. And it was over. And then silence. And it was like there was no crying. There was no nothing. Meg just said,
He's gone.
there wasn't any doubt what had happened to him. The sharks got him. The sharks never left.
I was angry with him because I really felt that I would get a lot of credit for surviving and having everyone survive. I looked forward and relished the thought of being heroic. And there's nothing heroic in what I had done in this instance, which was stand by while John swam off to meet the shark.
The 4 remaining survivors of the trash man cling to life as they drift helplessly in the Atlantic. The sharks have just claimed their first victim, John, the captain.
After John went over, we all just sort of sat back for a while. I think everyone was so shocked. And Meg was crying, but she wasn't sobbing. She was so sad, and she was so sick.
Hey, gorgeous. I know how to make you feel better. Take your mind off John. Promise.
He says, "Hey, lady, I think it's about time you and me had sex." And that just, like, hit me over the head with a 2x4, and I woke up Brad, and Brad,
We've got to stop this.
Hey, let's just see how she deals with it.
Right. I'm tired of playing games. I'm just going back to the 7-Eleven to get some more beer and cigarettes.
Mark, you're not going to the 7-Eleven for anything. You know we're in this dinghy, don't you?
I'm just going over for a minute. Just to stretch my legs and get rid of the cramps. Just for a moment.
Brad and I get up and we go, man, the sharks just ate John.
No. I'm just stretching my legs. I'm getting right back in.
And just about that time, we feel this. Bam! And then we feel a bam again. And all of a sudden we realize there's like this frenzied attack, and the sharks are eating Mark underneath the Zodiac.
Oh, sharks.
It was, without a doubt, the most horrifying moment of my entire life.
The sharks now had a taste of what they'd been following for days, and they wanted more. So they tried to tip the boat over with Meg, Debbie, and I in the raft.
What would it feel like once they began to drag you under? What would it feel like with that first bite? And maybe it would be better if we jumped over and drowned ourselves so we would never have to feel it. And it lasted for what seemed like an eternity, like hours.